So after 11 tries, we are finally live. There's probably a lot of noise. Let me check this on my end. Dirty face and everything, huh? Afraid that this is going to be really noisy. Oh, we have one viewer. How about that? Oh, and they're gone. Hello, hello. Hello. Salachicha. Is that how you say your name? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. This is kind of a test run right now. I'm trying to figure out how my audio and everything sounds, so bear with me, but hope you're doing well. Thank you, sir. Is there any wind noise? That's what I'm worried about. The wind is blowing pretty hard right now. Mic is good. Okay, good. Maybe my big old head is blocking the wind. Shuttle wind. Okay. Maybe it'll calm down a little bit. This mic's really good about knocking out wind noise, but we won't really put it to the test tonight. Where I wanted to sit out here was further over that way near my barn, but the Wi-Fi wasn't as good out there. So, got any EDC questions while we're here? My one guy that is in the chat. Hello to the second person that just joined. Let me get this up on YouTube here so I can. One knife for the rest of my life. What am I picking? That is a hard question. And of course, that's the first one you ask. Let me think. Out of all the knives I've owned, my most favorite knife that I've ever had, I don't know, I really like, and this is kind of a not cheesy answer, but one you might not hear very often, the Kaiser T1 in titanium and S35VN. That was one of those knives that really struck me, like with looks and ergonomics, thinness, everything about it. It's a thumb stud, great action, all that great stuff. That is probably, as of right now. Let me think. Surely there's another one that I've had. Yeah, that might be a kind of weak answer, but yeah, I think the Kaiser T1 in titanium and S35VN is probably, out of all the knives I've owned, the one that I would continuously carry. Like, if I had to put them all away, other than of course sentimental value ones. Good question though. It is an answer you've heard before. Okay, yeah, actually, well, I left it in the car over there. I had the Kaiser T1 in my Cardo with me. That's actually going to a friend of mine, and I really like it. It's good. It's not as good as the titanium though. The action and everything about it I don't like as much, but other than that, it's pretty good. Any more questions? Thank you all for being here. 3 of you. That's 3 more than could have showed up, and this is my first one. Why your pick would be the Bug Out in 20 CV with aftermarket titanium scales. Yes, I have I don't have it with me, but I do have an original S30V bug out with the coated blade with titanium scales, and that really took the bug out up a notch for me. Like, I hear a lot of people complain about the flex and stuff on the bug out, and yes, I mean that is a thing, but I mean it's unless you're using it relatively hard, then that's not going to matter. But as far as carrying it, like, it's nice to have something nice in your pocket, and the Flytanium really takes it up a notch. So, you know, I really like my Flytanium bug out. I haven't carried it in a while though. I need to get back around to doing that. So I actually have some new knives here that we'll get to showing off in a minute. I just like how it disappears in the pocket. Yeah, me too. It's so light, even with titanium scales. It's a really light knife and so thin. Just, I mean, it's like a lot of people have said, when you think knife, something kind of like the bug out pops into the brain. And yeah, it's kind of like basic knife that does everything well after you put the Flytanium scales on it or whatever aftermarket scale you're putting on it. Before that, yeah, it's a little weak, but outside of that, it's pretty great. I'm not trying to ignore you guys. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get YouTube downloaded on this phone so I can keep up with the stream here on this phone. Any more questions? Let me hear them. Do you have any farm animals? Yes, I have chickens. They're over there in the background, cock-a-doodle doing. We had 18. We've lost 2 of them, so we've got 16 chickens, which is too many. Funny story behind that. My fiance, she actually went and picked up chickens for us, thinking they were laying hens, and she picked up 7 meat chickens on accident. And so we have 7 chickens for eating, and then 11, well, 10 for laying and 1 rooster. So this is not my farm behind me. I wish it was. It does belong to a relative of mine, though, so like the pond and all that, I get to fish and stuff, which is really nice. Fresh eggs are the best. So actually, they're still relatively young, and I thought that they weren't laying until I went out there one day and looked in a corner that I hadn't really checked in, and there was just 14 eggs sitting there in the corner. So I guess they are laying. I just missed the spot that they were laying in. Yo, it's to be determined. How are you, sir? Hope you're doing well. What, guys? I guess he means what's up, guys. What's up, Dwayne Letterman? Nice to see you. Doing good, Bryson. Or I mean, to be. I don't guess anyone in here cares about your name. Do you live in Union County? No, I live in Randolph County. Randolph County, just like for some monuments, that's, well, town-wise, that's like Ashboro, different places like that. The zoo is in Randolph County, the North Carolina Zoo. What else is in Randolph County? I'm sure there's a few other things that Randolph County's well known for. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry for the wind. I'd much rather do it outside though, especially with this background. It's beautiful. I am very blessed to live in a beautiful, beautiful part of this state. Amen. Any EDC related questions, please drop them. Wow, you're up there. I'm in Mecklenburg. Mecklenburg, that is like Charlotte, right? Because I actually drive a truck for work. That's my full-time job. I'm in Charlotte all the time. I was in Charlotte, went through Charlotte today, like Belmont and Mount Holly, all those other places. What's my favorite flashlight right now? Well, actually, I grabbed it just in case anybody asked something like that. It is the Raylight Pineapple, or I'm sorry, no, the Raylight Land in titanium. This thing's absolutely awesome. I love this light. Rechargeable Asheville. Hey, I think everybody in the stream right now is from North Carolina. It actually has a rechargeable, what is it? 14500. And the only bad thing about 14500s is you have to buy a charger to charge them. But other than that, I mean, you need to get that anyways if you're going to have a bunch of different flashlights that have to be recharged, like the Pineapple Mini is like that. Do you prefer raw or stonewash titanium? Bead blasted, actually. Like stonewash, especially if it's a dark stonewash. I love this raw, but this was the only one they had, and also I think it was what I wanted at the time. And I mean, the raw is gorgeous, man. I love this light. It's beautiful, and for like $100, I know that sounds crazy for a flashlight, but I believe they are actually 80 or something like that. You get this awesome flashlight that's somewhat programmable, and I believe it has a max output of like 1,000 lumens. And boy, it's so nice, and you can see. Let me get it up close here. The detailing on there. Don't worry, in the future we'll have this a little bit more high tech, but the detailing on it's got the tritium slots and everything. It's a great light for the price. Yeah, we've got a lot of North Carolina boys in here. 4 people in the stream now. Not bad. 4 more than could have showed up, so I'm very appreciative. Bryson, is there any wind noise, like much wind noise? One of my other viewers said that it was subtle. So if it's not bad, I'm good with keeping on with it. Hopefully it's not too bad. It's not too bad, okay. Well, maybe I'm going to have to rig something up out here. I love the outside view. It looks so good. And I like to keep that in the background, maybe in a different spot. But I'm going to have to figure out a way to keep the wind down because I'm at the mercy of the weather right now. And my videos are the same way. I was going to shoot a video this evening, but I thought it was going to rain. So I thought, okay, I'll come to the house, go inside and do a live stream. And now I'm outside doing a live stream. So, oh, by the way, new video coming up, hopefully sometime in the near future. Let me show you the knives, actually, or main knife that this is going to be about. And that North Carolina weather for yeah, no kidding. It looked like rain. Wind was blowing like it is now. And I'm like, okay, it's going to rain. I go outside, and it's looking fine. And now the wind blowing like crazy again. And I might have some storming and get rained out. We'll see. We'll go inside if that happens. But actually, so this is a new brand. TJL Knives. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, guys. Anyways, TJL Knives, they are out of Minnesota. They are not made in Minnesota. They get an OEM to do them for them, but it's a group of buddies out of Minnesota who decided to start a knife brand. And they came up with this. This is the TJL Flip Sheep's Foot and the Flips Drop Point. I know they need better names, but oh my goodness, man. I don't know who the OEM, I know who the OEM is, but I don't know what other knives that OEM has made. But boy, these things are sweet. D2, micarta, ball bearings, great blade, good edge, good ergonomics, pocket clip's good. As you can see, it's recessed. It's bent like that because I did that. I bent it out. But the screws are not recessed, but the pocket clip is recessed. Great knives, man. This one is 8CR. Yeah, it's a great design. Like the belly on the drop point, yes. It's a great design, but this one's 8CR, this was kind of their first run at it. Excuse me. Just to see, what they could do. And I think they knocked it out of the park, man. They sent me this one, and they reached out and said, hey, we'd like to send you one. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And so they sent me this. This is my favorite of the two. This one's good. There's a few improvements they need to make to it, and I'm going to talk to the guy about that soon. They're very nice guys. One of them, he's around my age. He's 23 years old. He's from Minnesota, and I got to talk to him on the phone the other day. Super nice, super awesome guys. But yeah, these knives, if you want one, they're only $40. Like I said, I don't have a link in the description, but go to TJL Knives, Knife and Leather, I think it is, .com, and find these guys. There's only, I think, about 10 of these, or maybe 7 of these, and 10 of these in the green and black micarta. Yes, sir, I'm only in my 20s. 14C would be awesome. 14C would be great. I actually talked to him about that. Now, how old are you? Man, do I look like an old man? It's because I haven't shaved, isn't it? Yeah, 14C 28M would be better. It would be much more preferred. But 25, you'll probably die before. No, I'm just kidding. 14C28M would, of course, be preferred. But these guys are, when I say starting out, I'm the only creator they've sent these to. And he just said, not like, don't think of this as a brag or anything, but, you know, kind of turn my nose up when I say it. He said he liked my review style and he thought I would be honest about it. And so that's why he sent me one. Hello, Deadeye for G4 Gaming. How are you? But yeah, so they sent this over, and this one's great. But 14C28M would be preferred because I rust D2 like crazy, and so that would be better. But they are super duper a startup. Like, this is their first batch and their first run, as far as I can tell, and they really knocked it out of the park. So if you guys want to go support them, you'd be helping me and them both out. I don't get a kickback from it, but it's kind of like on the ground floor kind of thing. This will be, at least this one, maybe this one as well, will be in my next 1 or 2 videos. Next video coming up will be 5 knives you've never heard of. This is one of them. Of course, you haven't heard of it because I don't think hardly anybody has. And so that'll be one of them. I'm not going to tell you the other 4, though. You'll have to come watch the video for that. All right, so this is a Q&A. Is there any other questions you have? Anybody in the chat like Vosteed, anything like that? I've got quite a bit of their stuff, even some prototypes from Vosteed if you'd like to see those. We could talk about my massive water bottle, because this is pretty cool. Any questions you've got, please let me know. Comment them down below. I'll check this out. This is so cool. Yeah. Favorite sticker? It might be this one from NAS. How I use my knives. It's got like fidgeting, all those different little things. Love my T-Bird. Yes, the Thunderbird is awesome. I love it. Or maybe the EDC NC sticker. If you guys would actually like some of these, let me know so I can get them to people. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Probably that one, yeah. Yeah, if I had to say so. Sheesh, who made that logo? It is fire. Actually, yes, guys. To be determined made that logo for me. Thunderbird, you say? Yes, I love my Thunderbird too. They're doing a drop of Thunderbirds. Love this knife. This was the OG with the wire pocket clip. And G-Mask is the old Vosteed logo. I got this over a year ago, like when they first dropped. I love this knife, man. This is one of their best, and soon to come, I'll actually make videos for Vosteed for their YouTube channel. Those will be releasing soon. Soon to be released is the Thunderbird Mini. It's going to be a 3.25-inch variation of the Thunderbird. So that's really cool. I'm excited for those. Vosteed's sending me some stuff right now that I have no idea what it is. I guess it's just stuff to make videos on or stuff that they want to get in my hands for review. And I'm super excited for that because I love it. I love to get those packages from Vosteed. You guys want to see another? Let's see, how many? Oh, I've got it in the car too. I've got, I think, 3 or 4 prototypes from Vosteed that I can show you guys. Let me know if you'd like to see them. Oh, is that a pin in your collar? Yes, somebody asked what my watch was, and then I'll get to the pin in a second. This is the Seiko, I'm going to forget. I actually bought this as kind of a commemoration for buying my house. This is the Seiko SRPD. I don't even remember. That's crazy. Yes, this is just a Seiko 5 automatic. More of a military, or a, why can't I think of anything right now? Not military style. What am I trying to think? Where's a good place to buy little Velcro patches for your carry case? Oh, Blake. Oh, actually, a good place to buy patches like that is come to me next time you're at the house. But also, Zero Feud on. Just go to Google, type in Zero Feud, and you go to his. He has a bunch of little patches. He has some cool ones too. Oh, really? I didn't know that we were working with Smoky Mountain Knife Works, because that's awesome. Because I would love to, if they would allow it, in October to go up there and represent Vosteed for their fall festival. That would be awesome. WSP EDC, what's up? Yeah, Data Crew. That's another good place. And it just depends on what brands you like. Urban EDC Supply might have some. I don't know. And yes, that is a pin in my collar. This is the Big Idea Design Mini Click in green. JRW, yes. Actually, those guys, I got to meet them at Blade Show this year, and they're local Charlotters, whatever you want to call them. And Rick and JRW. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry for the wind noise, guys. Rick, JRW, all those guys I think are in the same building. Rick does a lot of the work for JRW. So they're really cool guys, and they have a lot of cool stuff. All right. What's some more questions? Drop them on me. What would you like to know about me? Is there any questions you have, or any knives you'd like to see? I've got most of my Vostides out here, and I've got, like I said, those prototypes. They are either aluminum or tie. Don't know which. Favorite blade steel. If we're talking, okay, let's split this into two different things. If we're talking budget, probably 14C 2080 or 154 CM, either one. I honestly don't beat my knives to death enough to know, which one I prefer. But 154 CM I like. But people will say 14C 2080. Thoughts on stacked leather handles? I mean, that's more on like your older K bars and stuff like that. I've never owned one of those, so I can't really tell you what I think about them. I like micarta as far as fixed blade handles go. Micarta or even a grippy G10, something like that's pretty good, especially if you're going to be using it a lot. I actually got fixed blades or not? Yeah, fixed blades, absolutely. Here's one of those Vostede prototypes I was telling you about. Fixed blades, absolutely, especially little everyday carry size fixed blades. Yeah, buddy. All right, entertain each other. I'll be right back. I've got to go grab a fixed blade and one of those Vostedes out of the car. Right back. Okay, I'm back. I ran fast. All right, so speaking of Vostede, not me, I swear, LOL, I already did. I'm missing something apparently. Um, Fixed blades, yes, absolutely. This one is made by Malone Knives. This is the Outlaw. I got this one at Georgia Bushcraft last year. No, spring of this year. I love this thing, man. Love it. Been subbed with notifications on. Appreciate it. Yes, I love this knife. It's beautiful. I don't carry it enough. The sheath is a leather sheath, and if this had a pocket sheath, I would probably carry it more. I haven't been carrying fixed blades much, and I've been kind of more on an everyday carry fixed blade kick instead of a regular, like, this is more of a full-sized fixed blade. Could definitely be an everyday carry size. But oh my goodness, that micarta and those G10 pins, absolutely gorgeous. This knife is my favorite fixed blade I've ever had as far as looks, and probably ergonomics go as well. All right, let me get on YouTube here so I can keep up with your comments. That's nice. My channel actually comes when you type my name in. There we go. All right. Oh, you went to Georgia Bushcraft. Did you meet Best DEDC? Yes, I did. And we actually hung out. I actually met him a couple Georgia Bushcrafts ago at the fall gathering last year. We hung out. He's a local, a great guy. I love hanging out with him, talking to him. I got to sit with him at a coffee shop in his hometown for a while and chat with him. We chatted for like an hour. Great guy. Then we hung out around the fire, and you know, he's a cool guy. Wouldn't call us friends by any means, but definitely acquaintances. Hung out with him a little bit at Blade Show this year too. Walked around for a minute with. Well, he was more busy. Walked around with like Jordan from Carry Commission and Multifunction Doctor on Instagram. Very cool guys. Love every one of them. Actually, Lord willing, I'll be meeting Jordan from Carry Commission for coffee next week. Love talking to him. He's a babe. Love him. Make sure I'm caught up here. Please ask any question you want. Let me make sure I didn't miss any. Stacked leather handles. Oh, that's a beautiful fixed blade. All right, on up. Who didn't hit the sub button yet? Thank you, Bryson. He's around me. I haven't seen him, but maybe one day we'll run into each other. Yeah, I actually work in Concord, the town that he's from. I'm not giving anything away there. He says that all the time on his channel. He's mentioned it 100 times that he's from Concord. And I actually work out of Concord quite often, and saw him, or stopped at that coffee shop and saw him, and ever since then, you know, acquainted. Again, not friends. Thank you to everyone who's stopping in. Please be sure to click like and to be collab win. Oh, I want to so bad. I want to figure out a way we can do stuff in real life, and I haven't talked to him about this. I think it'd be really fun to start like almost a skit channel. You know, like I know that sounds so cheesy, but it would be so much fun. I would love to do that. We will have to do something in a video though, whether it's on his channel or on mine. I also worked near Concord, but I'm also not trying to hunt him down either. Yeah, no, stalk him. Definitely stalk him. No, I'm just kidding. No, absolutely not. That's a joke. No, don't stalk him. No, but if you ever see him, say hey. He's a cool guy. He's not rude. This is the most important part of absolutely any everyday carry. Burt's Bees. Can't go anywhere without it. I would go anywhere without any other part of my carry except for this. Ooh, you and 2B got to talk about this stuff for sure, man. Would love to see it. Yeah, that would be fun. Also, feet pics. I took a video. I didn't have my phone with me the other Saturday night, so there will be a video coming to his Discord soon for feet pics. Don't you worry. Oh, bro. Yeah, you better say, oh, brother. They're coming soon. Oh, Cole Tysinger. Hey, I didn't see you in here, buddy. Do they have a fall Georgia bushcraft? They do. My phone's dying. Yes, they do. They have one in October, or actually this year's November. I'm teaching a class there. Anybody who wants to go to Georgia Bushcraft or is near it, please come down. I'm teaching a stick and knife class this year. Landman, how you doing, sir? Good to see you. I'm actually teaching a Filipino martial arts inspired class. I don't mention it on the channel much, but I am actually a martial artist. Not been training as much here lately. Been very busy with this channel and with just bought a house at the beginning of this year, so been very busy. But I am a second-degree black belt in Hapkido, not Aikido. Hapkido, there's a big difference. Filipino martial arts. I've been training in that for many years, and Taekwondo. I'm almost a black belt, but dropped out right before I got my black belt because of being busy. But we could fight in a video. Yes, we could fight in a video. We fought many times in real life. Me and Bryson have. Not like angrily at each other or anything. But anyways, I will be teaching a... we would get clapped. I will be teaching a Filipino martial arts class. It's not really like actual fighting. It's more like just training with machetes and stuff like that for safety, not to cut your leg off, stuff like that. So it's going to be really fun. It's not going to be one of these cheesy classes. Like, I went one year, and it's not getting clapped if you can see it. I went one year and saw one class they were doing, and it was a little bit cheesy, but, you know, not to make fun of anyone. So, yeah, this is going to be an actually fun and informative class that will help you with blade safety and different stuff like that. More to make sure you don't hurt yourself than to prepare you to hurt other people. So, yeah, if you guys are in Katana Fight Win tomorrow, we're fighting tomorrow. Chad Landman, good to see you in here, buddy. Hope if you're still around. Thanks for stopping by. This is my first ever live stream. Actually going pretty well. I'm down. Yeah, we'll Katana Fight tomorrow. Yeah, I just made the switch from Chapstick to Burt's Bees, and I'm glad I did. Yeah, Burt's Bees is superior. When are the dates for fall this year? November. It's the weekend before I get married. It's the first weekend in November. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so I'll be doing that class. I'm also teaching the Bible study or morning service, whatever you want to call it, Sunday morning for them. So I'll be doing their morning devotional, I guess is what we'd call it. But yeah, it is November. I think it's I get married on the 11th, so it's 7 days before that. It starts, 8 days before that. So the 3rd. Congrats on the marriage, bud. Thank you. Thank you. As long as she don't run off and leave me, we should be fine. Are you getting married? Congrats, man. Yes, I am. Yes, well, wasp. Yes, I am getting married in November, Lord willing. Like I said, if she doesn't run off and leave me, we'll be good. Oh, peep the hidden sticker on the bottom there. All right, any EDC related questions? Again, I have a bunch of Vosteed stuff here I can show you if you would like to see that. One of their prototypes here. One that's coming way down the road. Look at that sunset starting behind me. Beautiful. This is the Chipmunk from Vosteed. This little guy is adorable. Kind of reminds me of a Sabenza with the blade, but it is as Yudong does so well, it's a flipper, front flipper, and thumb stud. But boy, this little guy is snappy. This is the prototype. This is not the finished product, so it wouldn't shock me if the pocket clip was smaller, stuff like that. Thank you very much, buddy. Wow, man, you've accomplished a lot. Appreciate it. We'll love to see the Vosteed. Yes, this little guy is so cool. In yellow, so it makes it cooler. Absolutely. Yes, this little guy right here. Again, this is called the Chipmunk. I love this thing. Love it. And then up next, another one that I just showed a minute ago, this fixed blade that will be coming, I don't know when. It wouldn't shock me again if this was postponed to next year. Actually, it's so early on in prototype, they did not have a sheath for it. Have you ever been in any prototype you have tested that never got released? No, not yet, which I am kind of new to stuff being sent to me. So I don't think I've had any prototypes that haven't been released yet, or like that didn't make it to market. But, this one hasn't been released yet. Chipmunk hasn't been released yet. What kind of steel on those? The prototypes are only 8CR. So, again, so early on, I do not know. But if I had to guess, they did a vote on these, and I think Nitro V won for the fixed blade. Do you know what software design they use to design their knives? No, I do not. Vosteed has a very, very active Facebook page. So if you go on there and message them, talk to them, Yu Dong is the name of the owner and designer of a lot of the knives from Vosteed. He will talk to you. He's super nice. And if you don't get a hold of him, I can ask him for you. But he's a super, super nice guy. Just reach out to him there, and he can probably tell you a little bit more about him. But so we've got these two. One that I'm the most excited for is this one right here. This is the Datsun. And this, oh man, this guy's cool. I actually have a picture of my Instagram. I put this under a river. And boy, this thing, a little fixed blade looks very nice. What is the handle made of? Micarta on that one. It's a frag micarta. Have you had any real life experience with CPM Magna Cut? If so, it's a hype reel. 1 second, I'll get back to that. This is the Datsun. Wonderful, wonderful sheep's foot blade. The crossbar lock. Vosteed, as I've seen on their Corsair here, as well as their Grind and Corsair, their crossbar locks, man, are really, really good. I mean, like, no wiggle, solid lockup, and no failure, man. I am super impressed. Now, I do work directly with Vosteed, like directly. They put money in my pocket for the videos I make for their channel, not for my own. But I will tell you right now, I try to be as honest as I can. If this thing was absolute garbage, I wouldn't talk about them, and I wouldn't be working with Vosteed. Anything I say on my channel, I'm not, and anything I say on their channel, for that matter, is going to be something I agree with. I'm not going to lie to you. But yeah, this is like a reverse Tonto sheep's foot. That pocket clip is gorgeous, man. That's awesome. Problem with this is a prototype also, It's an 8CR. I wish like the prototype would have been in, they use S35VN quite a bit. And so that would have been cool. If you would recommend one Vosteed, what is it? If you're looking to, most of their models are around the $50 or $60 price range. Let me think. What size are you looking for? Like, is it smaller or bigger? Let's see. If I could just suggest one, the one that started my channel out really was the Nightshade. Not this one particularly, but one of the Nightshades. Here it is. This was the first knife, and it's very fitting that Vosteed, I'm going to be working with them now in a professional capacity, because they were the first company to ever send me out a knife, and it was the Nightshade. And I love this knife. The title for that video is the best budget knife, or my new favorite budget knife, and that still holds, I think, true today. I absolutely love this knife. Smooth action, great blade shape, very original too. Now, I'm not the whole kukri cutter shape, but this folder is very original. 154 cm on this one. They've moved over to Nitro V for their steels now, but I love this, love the Nightshade. Hate to have to go so soon, but got some SAT prep. Well, hopefully it goes well on the SAT. Good luck with that. But yes, the Nightshade, they have a thumb stud, a flipper. I intentionally have all these on purpose because I love their Nightshade so much. And my favorite, I think, is the thumb hole, because you can reverse flick it. And listen to this. Hear the ting. Yeah. But this is really sweet. Hold on, I've got more. This is how I cut myself right here. Cut a thumb off or something. They've got the more premium version with a thumb hole and LMAX blade steel, thumb hole and flipper. And then they got the little guy, the mini Nightshade. So it's got a crossbar lock. It's really cool. I picked this up at Blade Show, and you cannot find them anywhere. They're always out of stock. But the Nightshade is one of my favorites. If you don't like the way it looks, I would suggest the Raccoon or maybe the Valkyrie. Valkyrie is a really cool knife. The only thing I don't like about the Valkyrie is sometimes when I front flip it, you see that? I hit the button with my finger. Didn't do it that time. See, my hand like slides down and hits the button. So I don't like that, but that is something that, that's a user error. But it might be the same way if you front flip like that. But I do like the Valkyrie. It's a great knife. Great, almost Wharncliffe. I guess you'd call that a Wharncliffe. It's pretty straight. It's got the finger choil, everything like that. And their button locks are so smooth, man. Great. But if you've got a little bit more money to spend and they're finally starting to come out where you can actually get a hold of them, I would suggest the Thunderbird. It's S35VN. They actually just did a drop of them, or there's a drop coming up very soon at White Mountain Knives with aluminum, and I think it's 14C28N. I don't know the prices on those. I don't have any of those right now, but this is one of the best knives that, if you like the Kaiser Cormorant, same designer and same style, but I like this way more than the Cormorant. Way more. Any more EDC related questions? Let's see here. Yes, that is a wicked style blade, Landman. It is absolutely sweet. Let's see if I missed any questions. Dodson, wow, yes. That's going to be hit. It is. I think they've got one coming out, super duper top secret. Can't talk anything about it. But I can say that it is going to be something that I think, kind of like the RSK did, the RS Chaos, I think they called it now. I hate that whole name debacle happened. That was crazy. But it's really going to shake things up as far as like we and all these other knife makers that reach up into that, $150, $175 price range. They're going to have to step their game up, because and again, I'm not just saying this. I've had this conversation with Ben from Nothing But Knives, who will actually be starting a podcast soon. Check my battery here. 16%. We're good. We've talked about this a lot. Vosteed is really coming to eat other companies' lunches. Like, it's really, really shocked me, like, how well they've done. They are, like, boy, are they just handing it to everybody. Now, they've had their slip-ups. They've had their faults. They've had some lock failures, stuff like that. But They're a new company. Give them leeway. They've really stepped it up. The Raccoon had some lock failure in their first release. They fixed it. They've made it right. So, or at least they fixed it. I don't know how they handled it as far as it went with like refunding people, whatever, but they definitely fixed it in the production side of things. And I really like that. They are quick to fix something, it seems like, and they're quick to turn things around and please the community. You will not find, you might, but it's hard to find a better community than the Vosteed community. Cole Ty Singer, do you use pocket organizers? I love mine from ARC Company. Yes, I had a video coming up on that, and I kind of put it to the side. I've got one from VanQuest, one that I kind of just used to carry knives around in from Maxpedition. I work closer with VanQuest, and I like the guys over at VanQuest, and so I'm going to suggest VanQuest stuff. But if you're actually storing knives, I would suggest this. But if you mean like a small pocket organizer, no, I don't. I picked one up at Blade Show from the Kaiser booth, and that's about the smallest one I have. I've used leather ones, stuff like that in the past, but I just have like my carry set up on my body the way I want it, and I don't really have a need for an organizer. Have you tried any knives from... I used a lot of 14C2080. No, I haven't. I had one of his designs with Kaiser, and I got rid of it. But no, I haven't. I've had quite a few knives in 14C2080, and I've got the Cubis Blade Works Invert, one of her really cool knives, one you probably haven't heard of. Again, that's another one in that video. What else have I had in 14C2080? I think this is 14C2080. Nope, that's 154CM. What else have I had in 14C? Oh, this is 14C2080. But again, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't like use my knives enough to notice, or like hard use my knives enough to notice what different steels do well and don't. I can tell you this. I can tell a big difference between HCR13 and D2. I mean, like, you know, on that scale, I definitely can. But when you're getting up into like stuff like this in M390, this is the Giant Mouse Ace Biblio with bronze and a micarta inlay. I don't use this knife enough to know that. And that's bad. And that is changing a little bit more with, I'm not a very wealthy man. And so the knives I would buy would be special knives that, like, you know, they mean something to me, and I had to set money aside to get them. But now that companies are sending me knives, and I'm starting to get a little more frivolous with like, okay, I can beat this thing a little bit. I am starting to put a little bit more wear on my knives. And instead of grabbing a box cutter or anything like that, I'll just put my knife to the task. And so more on that to come. I know I've committed the cardinal sin of not beating my knife to death. But again, you know, it's not like I'm made of money. So when I buy a knife, it's special, and I try to treat it pretty well. I'm bad about rusting them, but I try to treat it pretty well and not beat the snot out of it. I use mine as a wallet and hold my Knipex and adjustable wrench. I don't carry knives in it. Yes, actually. If you look on my channel, my most viewed video is my miniature EDC toolkit. And actually, if Chad Landman is still in the chat, I haven't watched his video on it, but he did one. Let me take my cards out so you don't steal anything from me. He did one about this right here, the Refine wallet that they released. And he used it as like a little everyday carry toolkit. If you haven't watched him, go check it out after this live stream. He's got a great channel, man. Awesome dude, good aesthetics, good camera work, all that stuff. But he used this Refine wallet as like a toolkit. I have beater knives I destroy and ones I don't. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, like that Giant Mouse is expensive. I don't want to mess it up. But yeah, this one from Refine, it's a really nice wallet. It is. I like it. I didn't like it at first. I thought it felt kind of cheap. But then I realized that's the material they use, and it has really broken in well. And it's got a good cash slot there, and card slots here, card slots on the back. I've been using this as my wallet. It's replaced my Erect Custom Leatherworks and my, what was the other one I had? Redeemed Creations. It replaced those two when it came in, and I haven't changed back over it yet. Pretty impressed with it. So, let's see. Was there any other Vosteed prototypes that I need to show you guys. Not really a prototype. Leather. Yes, it is. It's a special kind of leather, though. It's not kangaroo. I think it's like, as bad as it sounds, it's like calf leather. And it's really stout. It almost feels fake, like it with as smooth as it is. But it's really broken in well. Yep, that's it. Saffiano, is that how you say that? Saffiano leather on that refined wallet. Yes. Oh, dude, I love it. It fits in the pocket well, and it's so slim too. And didn't even show this part off. It's got, there are no numbers showing. It's got a little tool here that fits in the front, bottle opener, pry bar. I don't use this thing because I carry a toolkit with me, but I could see how that would really come in handy. Yes, zero-fewed cup pouch is great too. It does feel fake. Yes, it does. Absolutely. And it's got a little titanium toothpick in the front. This thing's actually come in handy more. But there's just something, man, about grinding titanium against your teeth that does not feel very natural. Awesome. I've been looking for a leather option. Yes, actually, and I don't get any money from it, but I had a hand in designing it a little bit. It's the flat part of it. Erect Custom Leatherworks on Facebook. He's actually related to me. I had him make a custom wallet for me, and it's just a regular flap wallet, but I kind of moved the flap around the way I wanted it. And he has those on his website. If you reach out to him and tell him you would like one like mine exactly, just make sure you say exactly like mine. He can get you one of those. I think he sells them for $25. And man, I love it. If you're talking about a wallet, if you're talking about an organizer, then I don't really know what to tell you there. Check out, like, I know a cheaper brand is Hide and Drink, but a really nice brand is, I'm trying to think of the name of them. Why can't I think of it? I can see their logo, Hitch and Timber. Check out Hitch and Timber. But he makes a really, his wallet, I love it. I just haven't carried it in a while because I've been swapping from wallets that I've been sent, and it is my favorite wallet. It will be the one that I carry in my wedding. It's got the brown leather that patinas really well. Actually, if you want to see it really well documented on video, go to Taylor Martin's channel and go to his Georgia Bushcraft video from last year, pocket checks. The first pocket check at Georgia Bushcraft he did, I think. It's got like TC and Joe Flowers in the thumbnail. Click on that. I'm the first pocket check he does, and you will see that wallet really well. It's a beautiful wallet, patinas super well. It's got the green band on it, and that green and leather look. Oh, man. Perfect. Yes, that titanium toothpick. I haven't come across anything that would be super useful for yet, but I've heard people like to use it to reset like SIM cards and stuff like that, or to remove SIM cards, or press the pin and replace, like reset a machine, something like that. People seem to really like them for those. Oh, here we go. The other Vosteed I was talking about. Check this out. This is the Gator in titanium, frag titanium. This dude is sick. Look at that. Talk about a beast. Watch this action too. Oh yeah. Yeah, I love this thing. Vosteed, at the end of the show, I was talking to them. They're like, yeah, we're going to send these back to our guy in California or whatever. And they said, do you want any of them or whatever? However the conversation went, I was kind of like, I would like to have a few of those. They couldn't take them back to China with them. And so they were going to, I think, just send them back to their guy in California. I was like, I will take whatever you will give me. And that's where I got some of these prototypes and this guy. Dude, this thing's a beast. 14C28N on this. I guess you can see why it's called the Gator. It's got kind of the snout there. But, man, it surprisingly fits in the pocket really well. The pocket clip is a milled titanium pocket clip. Super beefy. This thing carries awesome. I'm not sure the weight on it. The thumb studs kind of work. I can't use them very well. I can reverse flick it pretty easily. But because I put pressure on the lock bar, I can't really thumb flick it very well. But, yeah, man, this thing's awesome. And you can front flip it, which is really cool. I like this knife. I don't have the original Gator in my cart. I need to pick one up, though. It is a beefy folder. Yeah, it's a monster, definitely. All right, any questions, please drop them down below. Oh, Everyday Carry Kit Part 2 is coming up. Everyday Carry Toolkit. Here it is. If you've seen my other video, the one that did so well, It was in a small O-Life pouch, and it was super tiny, like super tiny tools. This is from VanQuest. I hooked up with them at Blade Show 23, and boy, yeah. Yeah. This is perfect, dude. I've used this to fix so much stuff. I had a leak on my forklift the other day, and one of those things where if I didn't have the right tool for it, I would have had to wait for someone to fix it. Oh man, it came in so much handy with the items in here. Let's just crack it open real quick to show you, just real fast. Got to run, brother. Thank you, sir. Thank you for stopping in, Landman. Go check him out if you're not subscribed to Landman. Much better quality content than I make. Really cool guy too. Here's the inside of it. So I've got my Knipex, I've got my screwdrivers, I've got different things over here. There's just stuff all in it. That's all you get. Wait till the video comes out. But I love this thing. I've got a few more things to put in it, like some sockets and maybe some Allen bits or Allen key, like Allen key bits that go on a 1/4-inch driver. That would be something that I'd really like to have. But after that, I think I'll have most of it. I think before the video comes out, my truck is overheating right now. I think the water pump went out in it. I'm going to see if I can replace the water pump just using this. So we'll see how that goes. But anyways, that will be fun. Appreciate you, Chad. Thanks for stopping by again. You guys want to hear the story of my huge water jug? I don't know if you do or not, but I'm going to tell you. I was in Marshall's the other day, and I've been looking at the Stanley half gallon, and I carry 5 water bottles with me to work every day in a lunchbox. And so, yes, water trick story. And so, I was carrying a huge lunchbox, and I wanted to downsize my lunchbox and get like a half gallon jug to carry my water in. And I was looking at the Stanleys; they're like $50. And then I found this guy at Marshall's for $70. They're typically like 130. It's Yeti, super nice. And I snagged it, and boy, it's great. You can hear, I filled it up with ice this morning with the nugget ice, too, that goes away fast. Still plenty of water in it. And, like I said, it's got the magnetic cap. Love this thing. Go ahead and drop your questions. Talk to me. Let's have a good time. Been around for 52 minutes. Let's see if I can. That is a cool cap. Yes, it is. It's the coolest cap, some would say. For real, no cap. Let's see, what else have we got going on? Oh, here's another Vosteed. This is the Corgi. Love this knife. Well, I say love it. It's not like in my rotation all the time. I just haven't been favorite pouch maker. Does it fit in a cup holder? No, it does not fit in a cup holder. Yeah, Mike Wazowski. That's what this knife kind of reminds me of. Mike Wazowski. No, it doesn't fit in a cup holder. They actually sell cup holders specifically for it for $40. I haven't found a use for that yet, so I won't be ordering one. But it's really it's a chunker. It sits like in the floorboard of my truck while I'm driving. Favorite pouch maker. So, VanQuest does. I really like their products like this. Like if you're talking anything for like tools or to store lots of gear and stuff in, VanQuest, no doubt. Like 100% VanQuest. If you're talking about stuff to just store like smaller stuff in, like I know a lot of people use them for challenge coins, stuff like that, just little pocket trash. And some of them use it for small backup knives, whatever. Zero Feud, I think. I've actually got a Zero Feud sticker on this right here. ZF, Zero Feud. Find him on Instagram, but if you just type in Zero Feud pouches on Google, he'll come up. He's a North Carolinian, local maker. He has some of the best stuff. He has the small Zero Feud cup. I love those things. It's almost like a wallet. And then he has the bigger Zero Feud pouches, and they're great. They're about the size like of this Maxpedition pouch. Maxpedition makes good stuff too, but I mean I prefer VanQuest for certain things. Yeah, Zero Feud probably would be my favorite. Data Crew, I would like to get my hands on. They have some pretty nice stuff, but they're expensive. They're like $60 for one pouch, and I just hadn't brought myself to do that yet. But definitely would like to get a hold of one of those. And Alpaca. Alpaca has some good stuff. I've actually worked with Alpaca in the past. and they've got some new stuff on the way. But they have some pretty nice pouches. But I would support a smaller maker if you can. But again, Alpaca, I really like their stuff. They've got some pretty nice pouches. I've got their smaller one, which isn't like the one I would suggest, but definitely their bigger pouches. Hadn't got to try those out, but if they're as good of a what do you call it? If they're as good a quality, I would totally pick one of those. I managed to snap both sized cups when he first dropped them. I haven't seen them drop bigger since. I know. I picked mine up at Blade Show. That's where I had to get my bigger one because I had the cup, the small one, forever, and couldn't find one of the bigger ones. And then I got one from him at Blade Show. Totally worth the money, but you just can't get them from him. And I'd say that's because he's so busy making stuff for these guys here. There goes the phone. JRW. I'd say that's because he's so busy working with them as well that he probably can't keep up on his own thing. I appreciate everyone for showing up. We've had a decent amount of viewers this evening. Hovered around the 8 to 10 mark, which for a channel my size isn't bad. Next podcast win. So, the Everyday Carry Cast. I love doing that with Freeman. It's too much fun, but we're both really busy. And so, I would love to get that done. I don't know. Hopefully, sometime this month, maybe I could get one recorded. People seem to ask for it quite a bit, especially people from around here. So, maybe I can get that done. Cole, you asked what would be a I'm looking to upsize from a small sling for my extended carry. Any suggestions? Alpaca Tech Case. I really like it. It's a good size bag. VanQuest. Small backpack. Oh, okay, so around that size. Check out VanQuest. They don't just make pouches. They make the dendrite. I haven't done a video on it yet. It's been in some of my videos. But the dendrite is really nice. The large. It's like a large fanny pack that sits on your chest really well, and it doesn't look like a merce either. It doesn't look like a man purse. As far as messenger bag goes, VanQuest also sells those. I have one from Alpaca that I really like. It goes with me on Sundays to church. It holds my Bible and my books that I'm teaching in Sunday school right now, my pens, my highlighters, my, also something else that I take to church with me just in case somebody decides to do something they shouldn't. It holds all that stuff really well. And yes, I've gotten some purse comments, but it doesn't really look like a purse. It looks like a messenger bag, and I really like it. I can't remember the name of it exactly. It might just be the Messenger by Alpaca. But they are sending me some stuff soon that might answer that question better for you. If you carry like a computer or iPad, books, anything like that, something's coming that might be good on that. So keep an eye out for that on the channel. But if you want like something fanny pack size, check out the Alpaca Tech Case. I believe that's just the name of it, the Tech Case. It's in green is the one I have. If you use my link, I get a kickback for that. Same thing with the VanQuest stuff. If you go to VanQuest and buy something from them, I get a kickback from that. If you use the links on my channel, just any video that I've included them in, you should find the links, unless like it's an old link or just an Amazon link. Same thing with Alpaca. The Alpaca videos, they have a link for that. Let's see. I got a Data Crew water slider, and it's actually really nice. Didn't think I could fit some things in it. They won't say anything about it being a merce when you have yeah, no kidding. Yeah. In Minecraft, that's what we say around here. Allegedly, or in Minecraft, will really keep you safe from the. We'll just leave it there. Let's see. What does this do? I don't know what this does. Oh, you can do filters. Cool. This bring up chat. No. Okay. You can flip the camera around. What does this do? Okay. So I'm just touching stuff here to see what's going on. Do I have anything else cool to share with you? Surely I do. Oh, Olight, actually. They reached out to me and sent me a a knife not too long ago. And actually, it's my most recent video on the channel. This is the Roboto 3 from Olight. We were talking about crossbar locks earlier. This guy's pretty nice. I like this. Pretty sturdy. Very solid knife. Not much wiggle, a little bit. Probably something I could fix with a tightening of the pivot. But it's got aluminum, 154 cm, deep carry pocket clip, reversible, super ambidextrous. I love this thing. Pretty great knife. It's a little expensive at 90 bucks, but just like anything else Olight, wait till they do a sale, and voila, you automatically get, I think these were like 70 bucks on sale, which is a great deal. Excuse me. A great deal for 154 cm in aluminum. But they also, well, no, they didn't send this out, actually. I bought it. The Olife, we'll do it like this. The Olife knife roll. Man, this thing is awesome. It's got like a suede on the inside, like a microfiber feeling, and it's canvas on the outside, and it folds up really well. I like this thing. Pretty bustin'. Bustin'. Love Olight flashlights. Me too. A lot of people hate on them. But man, I haven't had one blow up in my mouth yet like that one guy did. That's where they get a lot of their hate from, is that there was an accident involving one time, and a dude, I think, kind of had a uh-oh and kicked the bucket. But, I mean, that was kind of a one in a however many million flashlights they've sold thing. What is my go-to flashlight? So if I'm working on something, like if I go to find an animal in the woods, I've had this happen to me, and it's made me realize that I need to buy some more heavy-duty, high-output flashlights with a big battery. If I am going to look for something, this is the older one. This is the S2R Baton 2. You can get the Baton 3 Pro now, which is about the same size, probably even better battery life if I had to guess, and really high lumen output. I think this one's 1150. Yes, 1150. If I'm going out somewhere nice, typically it's the Raylight. This is the Lan in titanium, or the Pineapple Mini. The Raylight Pineapple Mini in titanium is a really good light, and it's really inexpensive too. And they make an aluminum version of it that is, from what I've seen, one of the best flashlights you can get for the money as far as like customization and stuff like that. But one that I don't have here with me, and one that actually a buddy of mine still has, I think, is the Through Night T1, or the Through Night W1 was the one I had. 20 bucks, I think. 750 lumen output. It's more of a small compact like the Baton 3, but man, it's awesome. Micro USB charging, and then the T1 is around 40 bucks. The Through Night T1, and it's USB-C charging, 1,000 lumens, around the Baton 3 size, magnetic tail cap, all those things that you want in it, but for like half the price of the Baton 3. So I really like that light. I don't think I've ever had the T1 for myself. I think I've only bought it for people if I've done that. Let's see. Let me read some comments here. I got the Grande Burrito from NAS, and it's great. I love NAS products. And that totally has to do with who makes them. Ben Peterson. Love the dude. He is, I got to meet him this Blade show. There's actually a short on my channel of me pocket checking him at Blade show. Got to talk to him for a bit. Super nice guy. Super rad. But the Burrito Grande, I want the Burrito Grande. I think next Blade show, I'm going to Utah, actually. If anybody's going to be out there, I'm going to Utah. Vosti's flying me out for that. For the Blade Show West, and I think I'll pick one up from him there, because I think they're from Utah, so surely they'll be there. I love Olight. What's the flashlight? I love my i3T i5R Warrior Mini and my Seeker Mini 4. I need to get some more Olights. I've been focusing more on knives and different stuff, tools especially here lately for those videos. I use a Streamlight MicroStream USB right now. I want to grab a spare. If you like the MicroStream, you'll love the Pineapple Mini. It's got, I think, 4 or 5 different modes, and you can adjust it to where if you want it to be on high first, you can. It's programmable, is what they call it. Definitely pick one of those up if you can. If you've got the cash, and I think they're only 30 or 40 bucks. Only thing is, you have to buy a battery charger to go with it. 100% worth it, though. And then if you do that, buy 3 or 4 more of the little batteries that go with it. I think it's a 10440. Is that the little AAA size battery? And buy like 3, 4 of them. Keep them on charge all the time, and then literally you just slap the new one on, throw the new one in the light, and you're good to go. Man, I've been going for over an hour now. Thank goodness the wind has finally died down. All right, let's get in the final stretch of this thing. Any more everyday carry related questions, any channel questions, Any questions about me, whatever you've got going on, let me know it. If you'd like to know, I'll tell you lots about me, except for my address. You can't have that. Cannot have that. Oh, actually, I keep telling you to ask me questions, and then I go on a rant. Home and Hatfield reached out, the company that does the knife trays, and yeah, of course you have it. And I'm super excited for that. They make some awesome stuff, and I can't wait. They reached out. I reached back to them. Then they sent me like the exact same email, and then I reached back out to them, and I haven't heard from them. So you might not see anything from them on the channel, but hopefully they'll get back to me. I really like their stuff. It's some nice stuff that I've been looking at for a while. Do you carry any pocket trash or pocket art? No, not really. Um, no, not really. I don't carry coins or anything like that. I went on a kick there for a little bit where I like made a pry bar and carried it some, but I can't stand anything to be loose in my pockets. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. So any kind of pocket trash doesn't typically get carried. I'm not even a lanyard guy. Like I don't put lanyards on my knives, which nothing against you if you do. If you like them, throw them on there. That's great. But oops, sorry. I don't even put lanyards on my knives really unless they're like super small and need it. On this fixed blade I did because to get it out of the sheath, it kind of sits down in there pretty flush. Again, this is my like most favorite fixed blade ever. Um, but yeah, love this one, the Malone Knives Outlaw. But yeah, I'm not a lanyard guy. Kind of just flops around, gets in the way, and I fidget with my knives a lot too. For those of you who might not have been here earlier, check these out. These are from TJL, a new company. $40 for D2 micarta ball bearings. I know that's kind of which actually things have really gotten away from it nowadays. But this one's ACR. Have you tried any pry bars from, I don't even know how to say that, Teal Designs? No, I haven't. I don't know that I've ever bought a pry bar other than for a video that we were doing our last everyday carry cast we did for Christmas last year. Well, it's been a while. I bought one for Freeman because he wanted one, and it was a crappy one. So no, I haven't checked anything out from those. Lynch Northwest, those are really nice. They're pry bars that they do with. Yeah, it is Lynch Northwest that makes those. There's some really nice pry bars, but I don't have a use for them because I've always got that toolkit with me. Let me check my battery here. We're at 6%. Whew, getting close. I'm going to have to cut it off here in a minute. Oh, check this out. So I was talking about how this thing is so advanced, or so it's so much in the prototype stage that it didn't even come with a sheath. But this kind of reminds me of the Boker, or not the Boker. I think Boker does make it though. The AK1 fixed blade. I think Boker makes it, and then like their original maker also makes it. This little guy, I'm super excited for this. The only thing that I would change is your finger kind of bumps up against the back of the blade there. I love this thing though. It's great. I like how his stuff can use 1/4-inch bits and hold them magnetically. Yes. Again, never messed with it. Vero, people really like the Veros. I know they're the 4mm bits or the micro bits. Made by Boker. It is made by Boker. Okay. Well, you see, weren't they made also by like their original creator? That sounds weird. They're the guy who originally came up with the design. Doesn't he have like a more premium version? Or am I crazy? By the way, this has been my knife maintenance kit here lately. And I'm going to talk about this in a video that I have with Vault Case coming up. Oh, talk about pry bars. Here we go. Here's one in my toolkit that I use from Rogan. It's pretty sweet. But real quick, let me show you this. This is my knife maintenance kit here lately. Go on Amazon, use my Amazon link under any of my videos, any of my more recent videos that have my Amazon link, and I get a kickback for it. Even if you don't order the item you clicked on, just go from that item to something else. Weehaw sells the T5 through I think it's 10. Yeah, through T10 bits, $12. Wera, Wera, a German company, sells this little bit driver for $13, I think. So for like $25, you get this right here. and it's Wea bits, which you know are great if you know about Wea bits, and you get the Wera stubby driver. Now, the reason I got these and this is because this fits better in a toolkit than the Wea stubby driver, the Weha stubby driver, however you want to say it. It fits in a toolkit better because it's smaller, more compact, but you can still get a lot of torque on it. Love those. I'm not sure he might. Gotcha. Have Weha above all else? Absolutely, dude. Especially on bits. I can't tell you how many times I've used a different type of bit. Like I bought some that was from Craftsman, some from Linux, some from, um, especially the smaller micro bits. They just especially the T6s, T8s. You know, you don't really have that big of a problem with. I haven't had a pivot so stuck that I had to wrench so hard that I broke a T8 bit. But the T6 bits, man, if they're not well made, that's the main thing. You could probably get by with a crappy T8 bit. But the T6s, they strip out so easily. The bits, not even the screws, and they will strip your screws out, but the T6 bits do such a bad job if they're not well made. But the Wea bits haven't had a lick of trouble out of. They haven't even moved. Right. Yeah. Speaking of, and especially something to look out for, because I thought, okay, well this little guy would be great for knife maintenance. This is a bit driver by Hoto, Hoto, and they have just a plethora of bits in the handle. Good bit driver for little precision tasks, but it's got these guys, these little bitty micro bits. Focus. It's not gonna focus. Put it in front of my face. Anyways, and they are security bits. And that's a big thing to look out for. These guys, I think they're S2 tool steel, but they're security torques, which are weaker because they have the hole in the middle for that security part, whatever. Um, and so definitely don't get the security torques if you're going to get micro bits or full size bits for that matter. Make sure you don't get the security bits for knife maintenance. Boker and Weha have a stubby that they've been making for years, and I think it stores the bits in the handle and all that stuff. But again, for the size of what I needed it for, and all that, that little Weha or Wera works so much better. Well, I think that I'm going to have to go. Um, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Hope you guys enjoyed that live stream. That was super fun. Had more people show up and more interaction than I thought I would. So thank you all so much for watching. Oh, thank you. Thank you, to be determined. There's only 4 of you left. And by the way, Cole, thank you for stopping by. I've got to come up to Lexington and hang out with you guys, you and your brother. And Zalazuchicha. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but thank you so much. I don't know that I've seen you on these videos before, so thanks for stopping by. Like I said, I don't think I've ever seen your comment or anything, so I really appreciate you coming by and hanging out. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, all those wonderful things. Have a great day, and God bless.